Welcome to the advanced screening of What on Earth, a film directed by Suzanne Taylor. We're very grateful to be presenting this evening. Without further ado, Mr. Whitley Strieber, thank you so much.
We're here tonight to watch something truly wonderful, a perfectly beautiful film about crop circles, which have been one of the ongoing miracles of modern times, and like all miracles, they are despised, and they shouldn't be. And when you see this film, what Suzanne Taylor has done that I thought was so intelligent and done so rarely in these films was she's gone in close, and you can see the way the formations are created, the way the crops are laid down. And it is quite clear when you see some of these astonishing formations that certainly they weren't made by a couple of drunks from down the pub with boards on their feet. Now, that idea is still quite prevalent. In India, a couple of days ago, the agriculture minister happened to see a UFO causing crop to drop down in a field and causing fruit to fall off of trees near that field. And as he put it, it was sparking. He took pictures of it, and he announced quite publicly that this had happened. Immediately, the farmers in the area did what the farmers in the UK should have done a long time ago and started demanding compensation from the government. If it's vandalism, they can't get compensated. That's a criminal act. The crime has to be solved. But of course, as you've noticed in the UK, the crime never seems to quite be solved, despite the fact that the government and the National Farmers Union both insist that every single crop formation is made by vandals. The government obviously does not want to compensate them. If this was an act from an unknown source that had intruded, it was not an act of God like the weather, it would be quite possible that they would be due some compensation. So in any case, we have a miracle here. Let's open our minds tonight to the miracle and just let this marvelous movie absolutely wash over you. Be transported by it. Let it capture you. It is truly beautiful. It's a lovely work of art. And also in response to another extraordinary, mysterious, profoundly unknown work of art. The formations themselves. What are they? Who are they for? Are they for us? Are they for somebody else? Are they software of some kind that is doing something to our minds and doing something to our planet? They are truly a miracle, truly a mystery. Have a wonderful time with them tonight, and thank you so much for coming.
We have Suzanne Taylor, a filmmaker. Thank you so much for the beautiful
Crop circle demonstrate the principle of co-creation with other intelligence of the universe. Tell us more.
Yeah, that sort of says it all, but how do you explain that? It's hard to understand, but the basic fundamental dynamics of intention and attention put together from our non-local mind, which is something I'm having a lot of fun writing about right now, which is that with our non-local mind.
Closer to the mic.
Okay. You know, the part of our mind that we can reach when we're in meditation states is what I would call the non-local mind, and that's the part of us that goes beyond our physical incarnation. And that part of our consciousness is able, in altered states, and sometimes in waking states, to connect with other non-local mind. And at this time, it seems that with the phenomenon of crop circles, we're able to see that there is another non-local mind out there that's connecting with us, because when people meditate on certain crop circle designs, they happen. And how to explain this? And so in sort of researching that, and the channel being another channel said that, and it's like piqued my interest to look at that even more fully, that that there's a way that we can co-create with other intelligences, not just our own higher selves, but other intelligences in the universe. And the implications of that are pretty vast. I mean, it just boggles the imagination to think what could be possible, especially when you think about what's happening to our planet and the sustainability issues that we have now. You know, how are we going to be able to co-create with ourselves and with anything a planet that's going to survive healthily, you know? So it's a big subject, but non-local mind is at the core of it, intention and attention, and how it all correlates together. How do we correlate our mind and our consciousness with this vast intelligence that circle makers are representing?
So in a way, our collective consciousness have created the crop circle in collaboration with other intelligence. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and look at that in the broadest sense. Why is it happening at this time in human history? Because we're ready. And that's sort of saying, well, if we're ready, maybe we've invited it at an unconscious level. A lot of the people in the film mentioned the unconscious mind, etc. And at the unconscious level, there's some part, or there's some force of evolution that is coming from us. So I think that's what you're saying. It's not all somebody doing it to us. There's something definitely coming out of us that is a part of why this is happening. And that's really important because it's an empowering truth to know we're part of this. You know, we've invited it at some level.